Am I reading this right, guys? $80,000 a month? That is crazy. Let's look into the story of crypto mom Brenda Gentry, who traded in her $3,000 monthly paycheck for an $80,000 a month cryptocurrency trading business. We're also going to take a look at this new unemployment trend happening right now, crypto paychecks. So, should you get your next paycheck in Bitcoin? We'll answer that in today's video. Oh, and also a very big thank you for always lighting up the like button. Definitely helps out the channel big time, guys. Okay, and now on to the best money news this side of YouTube. Now, while we're waiting on stimulus, time to check out some major money headlines here. Crypto paychecks and $80,000 a month. Here's a story of crypto mom Brenda Gentry, who went from a $3,000 monthly paycheck to making $80,000 a month. That's hard to even imagine making $80,000 a month. A lot of people don't even make 80 grand a year, but she's making $80,000 a month through her crypto advising company, Gentry Media Production. According to this, Gentry typically makes between 10 and 20 Ether from the business each month. Now, converting the Ether to US dollars, that's $40,000 to $80,000 a month. Now, let's get a look at her story here. Now, before going all in and leaving her steady 9 to 5, Gentry began investing in cryptocurrencies during the lockdown that started in 2020. After a couple of months, she saw some pretty amazing returns. She said, quote, "My investment portfolio surpassed my 401k, which had taken 11 years to get to $200,000 in it. And she surpassed it in, get this, 6 months." Now, of course, for every crypto success story, there are thousands more stories of people going bankrupt trying to cash in on the crypto bandwagon. Gentry herself acknowledges that cryptocurrency is definitely a risky investment, but her experience in finance and process of due diligence helps her feel very comfortable investing in the space. So you really have to do your reading on this one, guys. Now, Gentry is widely known as the, quote, crypto mom online. Crypto mom. She continues to personally invest in digital assets, but mainly runs Gentry Media Productions with her daughters, Cynthia, 23 years old, and Imani Gentry, 19 years old. Gentry's plan? Build wealth by holding her assets long term. As she's always said, quote, "The market is not always going to be on the up and up," end quote. Now, if you're considering crypto investing for yourself, experts warn that you should only invest what you can afford to lose. I think that pretty much goes for just about all investments, but they do agree that a long-term holding strategy in cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin is probably the best practice. Another crypto headline for you guys, crypto paychecks. Should you consider getting paid in Bitcoin? Here, watch this one.
The labor shortage hitting companies across the country. Many are offering new incentives and perks to lure in employees, but some are trying a different strategy to entice the younger workforce by getting creative with crypto. Here's CNBC's Sharon Epperson.
We basically rank professional sports bettors.
Stephen Garrett's has a gig persuading people to download an app that ranks sports odds makers. One of the main reasons the college senior took this job as a campus brand manager was the option to be paid in cryptocurrency.
It was pretty enticing part of the deal, coming to work for SharpRank. I think crypto is a very exciting thing that's going on right now, and it's very fun to be a part of.
Crypto is a way to get paid, but for Garrett's employer, it's also a way to make the startup stand out and help recruit young talent.
This really stood out to us as an opportunity to differentiate ourselves and become sort of a market leader with respect to how these kids are getting communicated to from a brand ambassador standpoint.
Fluctuations in cryptocurrencies make it an exciting, though potentially risky ride. Bitcoin this year has been valued at less than $30,000 and over $67,000. In real dollars, if you got paid $670 in early November and kept it in Bitcoin, a month later, it was worth about $500. But some people, like artist Tiana Brown, are willing to take that risk to get a foothold in the crypto economy. Brown paints acrylic on canvas and also sells her works as non-fungible tokens or NFTs.
It's almost like licensing. So every time someone uses your art, you gain a percentage. So your art can potentially go up in value the more that it's used, the more that it's shared, and the more that people purchase it.
Brown hopes crypto will help take the word starving out of the description of artists.
I feel like this is an opportunity for artists to put more value into their art and for investors to acknowledge their art as something that has value.
And paying your income tax can be complicated if you're paid in crypto. The IRS requires employees to report total wages in dollars based on the value of the virtual currency on the day that you received it, regardless of whether it goes higher or lower over time. Shep,
Thanks, Sharon.
Yep, the labor shortage is definitely making companies get very creative. The latest craze? Offering crypto paychecks. Now, with stories like Crypto Mom Gentry, should we be seriously considering this? My honest answer? Only if you think you're ready. You gotta do your own homework on that one. But they ask a very serious question here. When was the last time your entire paycheck shrank by more than 20%? If you were getting paid in crypto Bitcoin, that's what would have happened to you recently when Bitcoin fell as much as 21% in a matter of hours. Now, it's doing a little bit better now, but definitely still far off at 25% down from its record high from just a month ago. So why are people opting for crypto paychecks then? It's gotta be something to it. Well, as much as it drops in value all of a sudden, it can also rise sky high in the same amount of time. Definitely a lot higher than an annual raise that we're used to seeing. Mayors and celebrities are all for it. Miami Mayor Francis Suarez said that last month he would take his next paycheck 100% in Bitcoin, and he's working on a plan to pay the city's more than 4,000 employees in cryptocurrency. Not only that, residents would also be able to pay fees and taxes in Bitcoin. New York City Mayor-elect Eric Adams, he says that he's exploring ways in which all the millions of people working in the largest US city could be paid directly in Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies. If you happen to live in New York City, would you like to get paid in cryptocurrencies? Drop me a comment down below. I'd love to hear about that. And he's also planning to take his first 3 paychecks in Bitcoin. Professional athletes Russell Okung, Odell Beckham Jr. have all said that they will be paid at least part in crypto. You may have noticed too, the number of Bitcoin ATMs in the US has soared 577% to about 28,500 ATMs over the past 2 years alone. Have you guys seen one of these Bitcoin cryptocurrency ATMs in your area? Let me know in the comments below. I think I've seen 1 or 2. All right, so let's do some crypto math right here. Now, if you would have put in a lump sum of say $100,000 in Bitcoin on January 1st and managed to hold the whole time, even after the dip, you would have been sitting on roughly $167,000 at the time of this video. Now, of course, not everyone has 100 grand sitting around just to drop into some crypto, but you'd be surprised how many people who do. So it stands to reason, this could be a potential opportunity, but definitely some serious returns to consider here. All that looks really good on paper, but we also have to consider the major downturns that Bitcoin went through this year. Bitcoin spiked 80% in February, only to fall another 20% within a week and rise another 30% 2 weeks later. In May, the cryptocurrency tumbled 42% in late November. Bitcoin fell over 8% in a single day. For somebody with $100,000 in Bitcoin, that would amount to an $8,000 loss in just 1 day. Ouch. So yes, definitely something to consider, you guys, but not something that I would recommend putting my entire life savings or my kids' tuition into. Now, as far as crypto paychecks, a good way of balancing out is getting a fixed amount of crypto to dollar exchange. So let's just say instead of receiving 0.05 Bitcoin every pay period, your contract might indicate that you're to receive $3,000 in Bitcoin at its price at a specified time. So this would take into account some of the upside if Bitcoin happens to surge, but also ensure a more stable salary for you over time. But let me know if you guys are curious about crypto paychecks and Bitcoin, you guys. We can definitely cover more of this in our next videos. Feel free to drop your crypto questions down below. All right, so I hope you guys caught all the money info in today's video. Crypto mom Brenda Gentry blazing the trail with $80,000 a month. That's quite a monthly income. Answering the question, quote, should you get paid in Bitcoin? And of course, the latest news on President Biden's Omicron strategy, and of course, the Build Back Better stimulus that we are hoping and keeping an eye on. As always, thank you guys for always watching, and even bigger thanks for lighting up the like button. I really appreciate the support, you guys, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Till then, take care.